is Taro Hazama. I'm 15 years old and I don't attend junior high school because of this diabolical father. 10 years ago, my family consisted of my father, my mother, 5-year-old me, and my sister who was 2 years older than me. But because of my father's drinking problem, the house environment was the worst. Father, who drank every night and caused me problems, and mother, who took a stand and defended herself and the child, who was about to be violated. We were crying and screaming to protect our mother. There was no way a father like this could have a decent job. My mother was a single woman earning money and taking care of us. But my father, whether it's money for childcare or living expenses, well, he was the worst person. He'd take money if he wanted it. One day, my mother secretly saved money to buy a cake for my birthday, but it was discovered that 3,000 yen had been skimmed from her wallet. At last, my mother took a swing at my father.
Enough! It's Taro's birthday! I usually can't do anything for them. So I had saved the money for cake, but I had no money left. What did you do with it?
Did you see your name on the money? I don't care what you do with your money. It's my business. I don't remember how to spend that little money. Oh, but maybe it's this?
What is this?
I'm sure it's the 3,000 yen prize from the pachinko, but it was gone in no time.
Don't be silly. I'm not going to let this day go. I'm divorcing you. I'm taking these kids and I'm leaving.
Huh? Mom! Who are you talking to, huh? But Mother did not back down.
I'm talking to stupid men who only know how to dominate with violence. Even if you refuse, I will win if we sue you.
Where would you find that kind of money?
I'll do whatever it takes to get the money.
Heh, you want a divorce that much?
Isn't it obvious? I can't have a violent man like you around these kids.
Then my father looked at us kids with an ugly smile on his face. Then let's do this. I'll divorce you if you leave one of them with me.
What the?
I'm a parent too, and I have an obligation to raise my kids, don't I?
You have no intention of raising them.
What a thing to say. I've got a lot on my mind too. Mother, of course, didn't accept those conditions.
It's just for a little while longer. Let's live together with your mother and the three of us.
Then she hugged us tightly. Mother went to work for us that day too. That was the last time I saw her. That evening, Father asked us to have dinner with him, which was a rare occasion. I didn't know what would happen if we resisted, so my sister and I meekly obeyed. The meal went without a hitch. I'm sleepy. The next thing I knew, I was being put in a car. My father was in the driver's seat. No one in the back seat. You're up. Now you and I are going to live together. Mama? Mama! Shut up! Don't make me hit you! I was kidnapped by my own father! I was forced to go to a country where I didn't speak the language. There were a number of adults there who looked just as bad as my father. They were apparently talking about work. This guy will work too. He's just a kid. Is he going to be of use? If he dies, that's it. If you don't want to die, work hard. Because this is the only place you belong. And thus, at the young age of 5, I was forced to work in a mining camp in a strange country. As a small boy, I was often forced to dive into places where adults couldn't enter. The life was extremely harsh. Even if I caught a cold, they wouldn't take me to the hospital. On the contrary, I wasn't allowed time off and was mercilessly beaten if I fell behind in my work. I don't know how many times I'd almost died. What did my father do during that time? He seems to be talking business with some shady members. Looking back, perhaps my father had been approached about this business from back when he was in Japan and had been planning to escape with me, the workforce. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been able to get passports so quickly. This life went on for nearly 8 years, but I managed to survive. Father's business had apparently taken off. He was stepping up to the title of president. Around that time, I started helping my father with his work, not in the mining camps. Is it father's compassion? No way. He just said, if I use you, I don't have to work, so it's easy. I guess he thought I would be more valuable in the office than in the mines. I can't read. Figure it out on your own. I was confident in my physical strength thanks to my physical labor. As for intellect, here I am again, hitting a new wall. Of course, if I messed up, Father would beat me. It was a world where failure at work directly led to death. I couldn't let my guard down. 2 years of living like that, I was doing most of the work. Father lived an elegant life with the money. Then one day, now that we have a foundation, it's time to go back to Japan. I'm tired of bad food in this country. The next day, he put me on a plane and I stepped on the soil of my homeland for the first time in 10 years. The view I saw there was of my childhood home. It's so peaceful. Age-wise, I'm a 9th grader. Because I was at an age in Japan where I had to receive mandatory education, I was transferred to a neighborhood middle school. I don't know how he did it, but Father pulled another dirty trick. He cobbled together a certificate of my past enrollment, so it wasn't a particular problem. The Japanese children all looked very young. Many of them had no need for a place to eat or a place to sleep. Working hard on club activities, worrying about love and where to hang out with friends today. There was a lot of talk about who was the best actor. I was giddy at the gap. If I had been raised by decent parents in Japan, maybe I might have had this kind of life. While getting to know the kids who were treating me like I was a returnee, I had that thought in my head, but reality wouldn't allow it. Hey, there's no money! I gave it to you the day before yesterday. I spent it at the cabaret. It was $2 million. Women over here cost a lot of money. This is bullshit. Just give me the money. I need money for a big deal right now. Just keep quiet for a minute. It's your job to do something about it, you idiot. Do you understand? I'm back in Japan. If I wanted to, I could do whatever I wanted with your mother, you know. Screw you! This has nothing to do with mother. You're still a mother's boy. Well, you're easy to handle. Your sister's in high school now. She must have become a beautiful woman, right? I'll make you money, so just wait, damn it. You're a good man. According to Father, Mother is a stranger to him because of the divorce papers he left behind when we left home. After that, he kept tabs on her. He kept using her as insurance against my resistance. So I'm at the mercy of this piece of crap. In exchange, I made Father accept the condition that he send money to Mother. I wasn't given Mother's account information, but every month, I would check the statements of bank transfers Father made to Mother. I wanted my mother and sister to be happy. Then one day, I had a turning point. I downloaded a social networking app after being told by a classmate. I was casually looking at the posts as they came in. I'm looking for my father who's no longer alive. Please contact me if you know of anyone.
It's called a hashtag. Is it like a marker that you're looking for someone?
I see. I thought that maybe Mother might be looking for me this way. No, it's been 10 years since then, but I couldn't resist checking it out. I searched the internet for relevant hashtags and fished around for related tweets. It's a social networking site with thousands of people posting. Information is growing and it's impossible to find everything. It was like finding a single piece of lint in a warehouse full of straw. Day 1, Day 2, Day 3, I couldn't find any postings that looked like that. Still, I kept looking for a post, hoping for a glimmer of hope. Then, a week later, hey, is that me? It was a post from a woman.
I am looking for my son who was taken away by my husband 10 years ago. Here is a picture from that time. Hashtag looking for someone. If you know of anything, we would appreciate it if you could contact the Lobo police station. Please, let me see my son.
I wasn't sure if it was me, but the person who made that post was unmistakably my mother herself, in my memory. If you went back through the posts, Mother had been posting every week for the past 5 years since she created the account. I found out that she kept tweeting, looking for me. I found it. I immediately sent a message to Mother. Mother, it's Taro!
What?
When I was 5, Father took me overseas. I've been working there my whole life.
Taro? Are you really Taro?
Yeah, it's me. I'll send you a picture. I used to work on a quarry site, so I may be a little scruffy, but...
You've become so fine. Where are you now?
I'm back in Japan. Can I see you once? Then I caught my father's eye and reunited with my mother. My sister was there with me.
I'm so glad you're okay. You were taken, and I reported it to the police, but they couldn't find you. Can't believe you've been abroad.
I'm glad you two are doing well. Did father do anything?
I haven't seen him or talked to him since then.
I see. But you still get your money every month, right?
Money? What is it?
What? No. You've had $300,000 in your account every month for the past 2 years.
What are you talking about? Like I said, I'm not communicating with that person at all.
I noticed coming here that father had deceived me. That son of a bitch. Unforgivable! My mother said we should just run away together. I'm not going to be happy until I put him through hell! I said goodbye to mother and sister, who saw me off in tears, and I went home to take my revenge. Oh, you're late. Did the business meeting go well? Yeah, no problem. Here's the money. All right, let's have some fun tonight. Yeah, enjoying it while you still can. Then, until I was old enough to graduate from high school, I didn't rebel against father in any way, but worked nonchalantly to improve the company's performance. Father had no complaints as long as money came in. Somewhere along the way, he lost all interest in the job. He threw all the work onto me. I slowly cut out dangerous jobs, though, and shifted to a healthier business. In the meantime, I gave my father plenty of executive compensation and let him do whatever he wanted. For my father, who was starving in a developing country, Japan is truly a paradise. Meals are delicious and full of calories. There's even a service that will bring it to you without you having to go out to eat. As long as you have money, you can have all kinds of fancy women. In the 3 short years we've been in Japan, father has grown sideways in no time at all. He looks just like the pink fiend in the manga I rented from a friend the other day, where you collect 7 balls and make a wish. However, he was pure evil inside. My 18th birthday. It was the day I took action. Hey, Taro! What's going on? Why was I dropped from being an executive? It was a unanimous vote at the board meeting. We don't need useless baggage. It's the business I started! We've already eliminated all the shady business you've been running. What the hell? Don't be doing things on your own! Who's the one that was throwing all the work at me? Even the people in the company knew long ago who had the real power. You haven't forgotten who's behind me, haven't you? I've already talked to them. They don't care one way or the other as long as it pays well. Don't lie to me! It's better for you if you don't contact them, okay? When they hear from you, I've asked them to take care of you right away. Doing that? I see you don't care what happens to your mother. I'm the only one who knows her account. I thought you wanted to send her money. What's a guy who hasn't sent any money at all saying? What? Give it up. Mother told me everything that happened. You met her? I just found out you're a douchebag, though. Now I'm sending money directly to her. Besides, it's you. I bet you don't know where Mother is anyway. Well, even if you did know, I wouldn't let you do anything about it. Wait, Taro! Did you forget the favor of me raising you? Who do you think raised you till now? It's thanks to myself, though. You owe it to me! I've never heard of parenting a 5-year-old by throwing him in a fracking pit. But you grew up fine as a result of that! What made me a great man was the love I received from my mother when I was a little boy, as well as the grudge against you. In that sense, I'm grateful. Now I'm the one who'll be pushing you down. I must let my sweet father travel. Wait a minute, are you serious? I'll put that house you live in on sale too. Live the life you want. You're abandoning your own father? Figure it out on your own. See ya. Hey, wait, Taro! Hey! I cut off all communication with father, and my revenge was complete. I then sold the company and sent some of the money to mother and sister. They asked me to live with them, but I have connections to a dangerous world, so I refused because it could put them in danger. However, I've been going out to eat regularly and seeing how well they're doing. That's good enough for me. By the way, father lost his money and his house after that. He tried to borrow money by relying on an old acquaintance. But because they all heard what was going on from me, he was told they can't lend money to someone who has no way to pay it back. So if he wanted to borrow it, they had to bring me. He was left on the street because he had been rejected by everyone. The fall of a man who used to eat fine food and flirt with women every day. After a few days, that man went insane, went to his favorite shop, and had a good time without any money. When he tried to escape during the payment stage, he was seized by a black-clad man. He was taken away by scary people who heard what was going on. No one knows what happened to him after that. By the way, I moved to a peaceful countryside with barely any gas and electricity. I live a comfortable life. My life had been ruined by the worst father ever. But now, I'll slowly start over.